keep on running back to you. I 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 keep on running back to you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final game within the Legend stage. We got Benditos versus Non-Stop. I remind you, this is the game for the final top 8 team to be decided. Currently, those crowned holders of Star and top 8, which will be playing in the champion stage, are Red Notice, Lovesick, Spirit, Shrek, Revolutionary, Undervalued, and Default, meaning either Non-Stop or Benditos will be the final players. But anyways, let's get into this game. The first round will be on Sandbox. My name's Jack, and our broadcaster today will be Bots. But anyways, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, both these teams have had a fair share of fairly hard games. Non-Stop went up against Hot Ice, winning that, losing to Lovesick, then losing to Spirit, and winning to Tripside, where Benditos lost to Lovesick as well, won Hot Ice, lost to Strek Lovers, and won SPTB. Excuse me. So both these teams, I would say, had the fairly similar crossouts, and they're going to be put up against each other today. First, OD box was taken by Marak. I introduced both teams very quickly. So on the blue side, we have Non-Stop, consisting of Failed, Loading, XL, Marak, and the Icy Red. And then for the red side, which are Benditos, we have Inglesa, Presef, Typo, Rexo, and also Hellhound. And they're going to be selfing for this first round in just a second now. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this Viking OD is going to be used. Obviously, it is a big win for Non-Stop already, since they have that early OD, and especially on Viking. Looks like Non-Stop have been pressured in their base quite a bit here, allowing Typo and Press F along with Hellhound push on this left side. Rexo and Inglesa will have their right, and this might be a first pull, but it looks like Non-Stop do a pretty solid defense there, but Hellhound trying to pick up the flag, but he does get damaged quite a lot, along with Rexo being taken out here. So it has been wiped pretty clean. OD box is dropping here. Will Marek be able to use? He does use, and he will take out one player. It gets focused pretty hard. If Rexo landed that shot, it would have been all over for Marek, but luckily for him, he did manage to use and take successfully. We do have Excel and Failed pushing up on the right side up against Hellhound, Presef, and Rexo. Hopefully the defense is strong from them. They've got to watch out since Presef is already no repair. Failed is trying to focus Hellhound here. Excel does get taken out, and there's only Loading and Fail on the left side. And I didn't even notice Marek doing a really good job up against Inglesa, killing him along with Icy Red. And look, both these teams haven't really lost too much here. I mean, we're already a minute and 30 seconds into this round, and both of them doing a really solid job. XL going to be able to touch this first flag here, but does get taken out there by Rex, so we should be seeing ODs generate fairly soon here. Obviously, both hunters will be having theirs in just a second. Felds already has his. Loading does get wiped out on the right side. There is Icy Red and XL able to deal some damage. Got to watch out though for their left side. Typer and Inglesa are trying to push in there. They nearly touch bounds on that flag, but both of them do get wiped out. Probably not the best option for Inglesa to be pushing out in the open too early. Oh, a nice OD from Fel. Stunning two players there. But still the OD box is dropping here. Who will be able to take it? Looks like Typo is doing a good job, but he doesn't go back to focus on Loading. Instead, he's targeting Icy Red, and Loading should be able to take this OD box. He does, but regardless of the fact, I believe the other arrow should be having an overdrive soon. But oh, that OD will go to waste there. Both Excel and Loading both trying to use for a flagpole, but Rex are doing a really solid job with that Crusader OD. But Excel using an overdrive here on the right side. There is Fail pulling the flag. He's able to heal his teammate whilst they pull. Maraka notice used his Viking OD on the left side there, and Icy Red able to deal damage onto Typer, making this first capture for Non-Stop. making it hard for actually for Benditos. Loading's gonna be countering another flag here off of them, and although it does get taken out, Hellhound does also. Presef is forced to use his Viking OD here, wipes out 2 players, and does get the return, but they got to watch out. Their right side for Benditos are failing a little bit here. Fail does get taken out eventually, but Icy Red is still able to control those containers, along with Rexo as well. So both Crusaders got a solid job here going, and but Hellhound might need to help out Rexo after he does get taken out there, and they're going to lose on to their left side, allowing Excel to pick up this repair box. Pull the flag, Typo gets taken out as well. This is going to be another pull. Rexo doesn't have an OD to defend here and doing a really solid job also holding their left side, and Glazer gets taken out with that Eros OD, making it a 2-0 with an OD box dropping as well. Maybe Merrick can take, but Typo is going to be using. Merrick does get taken out, allowing Loading to just pick up that OD box where he wasn't able to, and overall pretty good. Typo using a Paladin OD to take out Excel and Icy Red, but they're going to really focus up here because there are 2 flags down and there's only under 6 minutes left. But regardless of me saying that, Loading once again using for Icy Red here wasn't necessarily needed. Maybe on the left side it could have been used a bit more effectively, and there is going to be a counter pull coming in from Typos. No drops here, possibly should drop off for someone else, but he does get taken out by Typo. Hellhound trying to push in and return that flag, and he actually might, and wow, that was incredible. Inglés are going to be using a bit late, but regardless of fact, able to heal his teammates with Typo just getting taken out before touching that flag there. Possibly was a second flag capture from them, but the current score is 2-1 for non-stop. Actually, I need to set up predictions real quickly, my apologies. So I can see what your guys' predictions will be for this match. Anyways, predictions are up for the next 5 minutes, guys, for the remainder of this round. And Icy Red managing to pull that flag off of XL, and this will be the 3rd capture. Loading does have that overdrive. I'm not sure if an OD box did drop or not just now, but regardless of the fact, Loading's been doing pretty good with errors compared to Inglesa, I believe. Typo is able to pull the flag here. He does get a shot there from Fail. Fail lines another one, able to take him out with Inglesa. Really low HP. There's no shoot even trying to push that, but he does regardless. America's counter pulling. Rexo does miss a unfortunate shot onto Merrick, but regardless of the fact, it is going to be a standoff. Merrick's going to be using a really good OD. Excellent Inglesa, sorry, does push out. Hellhound does have an overdrive as well, and pushing the left side along with Rexo. Both of them going to be no repair. Presef picking up from where that flag was left, but Loading also with an OD here, so possibly both these teams can utilize them correctly and get a return, but it is going to be a bit trickier for Benditos since they are 2 flags down from a tie here. Not much happening here. Both teams just trying to hold on to their sides, and it looks like actually Non-Stop do a really good job here, along with Loading using his OD. Hellhound is pressured into using there to allow them to not get that return. Hellhound possibly get another strike shot onto Loading, but no, he doesn't, and allowing Loading to pick up that OD box once again. Excel, tremendous job from him using that Paladin OD to really support Loading on that OD box falling. Icy Red has a fairly decent OD, a clean one onto Inglesa, and Excel even pushing over on the other side, kind of showing the confidence there from both these teams, with Non-Stop being able to possibly win this whole game like this. But Rexo now taking the high ground here, will be killing Fail. We do see overall battle log that there's a bit of a bounce back here from Benditos, but they are getting pressured. Both Press F and Hellhound to get taken out there, allowing a bit of an advantage from Excel on the right side, but they are soon to lose that from Hellhound and Press F, really pressuring Merak into possibly taking a couple shots here and dying. And although he does make Hellhound really low. Regardless of fact, Hellhound manages to land 2 shots onto loading, making him no repair here. On the opposite side, we have Press F with his overdrive on Viking, and also Rexo with a defense overdrive on a Crusader. OD box is dropping as well, regardless of fact. And I wonder who's deemed to take this. Is Rexo going to use and take here? Possibly, or is going to try and leave for their Viking player. But he is going to drop the flag, use and take, and he uses on to Merak, but it doesn't quite connect, unfortunately. And Rexo does have a repair here and is doing a good job, and you can really see that Benditos are giving it their all. They're dropping the flag off his spawn, using their ODs a little bit more. Rexo gets a really nice shot. Merak wastes his OD there. Rexo going to be using, that's going to be a return. Will they have enough time to pull another flag? Loading using on the opposite side with Rexo pulling the flag here. There's only Excel. Icy Red is within mid and loading on the right side, but Rexo does a really good job. Only 15 seconds left. They got to play this right. There's going to be a lot of non-stop players coming in the base here. That flood does get taken out. There's a lot of people taking damage. A swarm coming in here, but seconds to go, and Excel manages to get the return last second there, making the first round go to non-stop with literally seconds to bear and inches away from those flag captures. But unfortunately for Benditos, they weren't able to bounce back like they did into action within the last 4 minutes. Anyways, pardon my absence. Let's see what the next round will hold for both these teams. After rejoin the map and see who's going for the overdrive box. Hopefully it hasn't dropped just yet. But that first round was really interesting, honestly. I was expecting a bit more from Benditos. Although I would say, I think it's fair to say, and not too rude, that 3 of their players have a lot more experience compared to the other 2. So there's a bit of a lack here from them. But regardless of me saying that, Hellhound manages to take that overdrive box, and will possibly have something in store for us here. Let's see what will happen, and I also want to see what your predictions are. So predictions are 96% to non-stop, excuse me, and only 4% for Benditos. So a massive difference right now for these teams. And although non-stop did a really good job, they have to be wary of Benditos. They managed to capture nearly 2 flags back to back within the last couple minutes of that first round. And if Benditos are able to really put on the pressure like that, like they did before, then that's the golden 10 minutes for them. Normally you say golden hour, but obviously a round only has 10 minutes. But anyways, Hellhound with that first OD on the map. It looks like Benditos start a lot slower compared to non-stop this round. Overdrive box is dropping. Press F going to be taking that repair within middle. Icy Red doing a really good job taking him out, possibly able to save that overdrive for Merrick, which they do. So Viking and the Hunter OD are on the map. Icy Red going to be pulling the flag. Total wipeout for the Benditos team, and it's looking a bit peak for them right now. With Inglesa not able to do enough damage, and also getting taken out by Icy Red. So an early capture, not even a minute into this first round, second round, excuse me. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see what your thoughts are. I know you guys voted, but what's your overall general thoughts of this round? Um, and do you think it's going to be a big difference in other maps? Obviously, Sandbox is quite a equalized map in terms of no base advantages. But next, we're going to be seeing Highland and then Sandal. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Marat going to be using and taking the flag here through their base. Doesn't manage to kill anyone apart from Press F. But regardless, that is 2-0 on this round. Typo coming in strong on the right. But does get taken out. Do see a OD box dropping here. Hellhound gonna be using, doesn't connect. Oh no, and loading manages to take and die there as well. But that's unfortunate for Hellhound. Really risky OD. I'm sure you wanted just an inch closer to loading to drive for that to connect, but it happens. Once again, we see a bit of a standoff for these containers. Excel on the right side for non-stop, and Icy Red using an OD on that right side as well, catching Hellhound, Rexo, and Press F. Both Rexo and Hellhound, all of them get taken out. Marek pulling their third flag with loading on the left side, only 1 HP and no repair. But all loading, I was just about to say he would be such a Sigma guy if he was able to use that OD on the left side and not die. But yeah, he died, so that's taken out of the bag. Anyways, let's see. Inglesa on the right side here for their base with an overdrive, but I'm doing stupid strategies to get himself killed there. Typo kind of wasting an OD now. He used it early before his teammate died there. He's trying to run away, but does get taken out, and Excel able to counter him with an OD. Not allowing Press F to use, but he does have a repair, so that jammer effect is going to get taken off there. He takes out 3 players. Can he take out more? And an OD is within mid, which fails to use, and Press F just wiped out 6 people. And an OD coming in there from Inglesa, really unneeded, but Press F activating again, and you can see the whole battle score is basically just its name, raining smoky shots for days, to say the least. But yeah, anyways, it's currently 3-1, excuse me, for non-stop still. Let's see. Looks like Hellhound able to pick up that flag, and Typo died, making it 2-3. So Benditos able to slowly enter their backs into this game. But will it be enough? Press F able to lurk in there. Typo and Inglesa on the right side. Failed is in mid, but has no overdrives to really assist him. Press F is no repair. He's getting pressured by 2 players, but failed able to return. On the opposite side, we see XL trying to pull that flag, but gets blocked up by Typo. Murat gonna be able to pull the flag here, even use if needed, but he really doesn't need to. OD box is dropping, which is gonna ensure that either XL or Icy Red are able to get, but Press F comes in there and steals the present from both of them. And yeah, once again, we're kind of in the limbo scenario where there's 4 minutes remaining. Two flags are down for Benditos, but last round they showed what's capable of them possibly capturing back to back. If they're able to do this again, then that'd be great. Although obviously they didn't capture all those flags back to back, it did get returned in the last second there. Although they were close, to say the least. Uh, Rick, so an icy red on both sides. A lot of non-stop coming outside their base now with ODs here, loading and also Merrick. And it looks like Merrick's able to pick up on that flag after using um, for no repair. Is he able to make this 8-5 to 2 with also loading using Eros OD finally onto Excel, but it doesn't quite help them out too much. Did push them back a little bit. OD going to Merrick instead of loading. YC red, golden opportunity, uses on 3, excuse me, makes 2 of them no repair whilst killing Inglesa as well. Excel going to be pulling flag, no counter ODs here for Bendito, so this will be a flag for Hellhound. Just taking out the easiest person there, which was Marek, to kind of control Gainer their base once again. Yeah, this is going to be a shambles of a round right now compared to the first one. Marek once again able to pull this flag. Press F going to be activating on the right side. He does get the kill. Got to watch out for Excel. Excel only 1 HP. Bit of server lag. Oh, it's going to cost him a little bit, but Typo able to picking up that flag, getting the return instead of pulling the flag. Inglés on the right with his OD, 2 players on his left. Possibly could use through the base, but he's waiting for Typo and Press F. This could be a golden opportunity if you use now for Press F, but they're going to wait a bit. I don't know why. Trying to just hold their ground. They've got full base control, but Iglesias is still not using. He's waiting for people to spawn. But he does play in the open, allowing him to die. Press F, dropping the flag for the OD box. Good call from him. 1 minute left, 3 flags remaining for them to capture back to back. Very unlikely, but yes, second round highly likely for the non-stop. OD and flag being pulled by Hellhound. Opposite side we see Excel using his Paladin OD. And what a capture this was. A turn of events, but not enough for a game changer with six flags. Maybe 6 to 5, but not enough still. Bandito's always lacking on that extra flag within the last couple minutes, unfortunately. And yeah. But anyways, we're going to be seeing Highland next. Highland will be an interesting one. Do you feel like non-stop have Highland as well in the bag? But we shall see. I don't want to jinx it for them. Though it will be quite an interesting game, regardless on Highland. Just waiting for the map link here. But whilst we do, we can take a look at the teams which unfortunately didn't manage to get into the champion stage. So we have Punish, Potatoes, Tripside, White Towers, STB, excuse me, Hot Ice, and Deviants. So Deviants and Hot Ice being the first ones to get knocked out, whilst the other ones had some golden opportunities, especially Potatoes and Punch. Whilst Tripside got pretty unlucky with who they played against, although at the same time, I don't think they played their best this season. And that's unfortunate to see because some really good players within that team. Probably in TKVs, they played better than what they did in their officials, I would say. Although it could be a counter of reasonings and unfortunate mistakes. Although with that being said, let's see what will occur here on this round. Whilst I reset really quick, I will be right back and then right back to commentate the game.
I keep on running back to you. 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 I keep on running back to you.
Alrighty, so we are back and we are in Highland now. This is the third round, excuse me. So it's going to be quite a interesting one since current score is 2-0 for non-stop. If you guys are new to the stream right now, the current scores were 2-3 in favor of non-stop and 3-6 in favor of non-stop. So some quite close games, although non-stop have really been the performers and of this match, I would say. Bendito's always coming back strong within the last couple minutes, but not strong enough for non-stop to witness their mistakes and challenges. Anyways, Highland is going to be one of those maps where we can't really predict the outcome. It's one of those games where we really need to see how the teams play in the beginning and how they utilize our ODs. It's a very OD based map and also quite combo based map, I would say as well. If you got a really good shaft player, it's definitely 110% wiser to use a shaft than thunder and railgun, depending on the side. Although OD box is dropping the first one of the game, loading trying to push in there, or Marek, and it looks like Marek is able to take it, loading possibly, but Marek being the safer option there. Regardless of the fact, we are going to be seeing icy red on that shaft on the right side, and then loading possibly playing bottom middle or left side with his thunder, and then Crusader Railgun and Ares Thunder for Benditos. So they won't be having a shaft Eris. Probably wiser for them for not having a better shaft player than Icy Red. He can be a bit lethal when it comes to it, but yeah, it's definitely his play style, I would say, which is the biggest threat for Benditos at this current point. It's probably a good map for non-stop due to their consistency playing it. I believe they probably a map they all adore very much, unlike me. Regardless, looks like Bendito is able to push in strong here. Non-stop, not sure what they're waiting for. Merrick is going to be no repair, does take out Typo, but so does Typo. And on the other side, we are going to be seeing... I didn't even notice that they're going to be playing Hunter Hammer for Benditos and then Hunter Striker for Non-Stop. Two different play styles for these teams. OD box doesn't get taken there, so we'll be going towards someone else, probably Hellhound. He literally just got his own OD, and oh, nice OD from him using on two players, nearly one player, but manages to get Marek in the last second there. And this will be an opening for them. Press F and Hellhound on that top left, waiting for that Paladin to unghost and do a good job focusing him. But Icy Red on the left side, but Press F manages to also take him out along with Failed. He won't be able to pull this flag, he has no repair, but just staying in their base can be a bit triggering for non-stop and a bit of a recipe for disaster, as a Void would say. But they do take him out regardless. But non-stop having a good game here. I've not seen previous games from either of these teams, to be honest. I don't think so. Regardless of the fact, they both seem fairly solid on Highland, which I was not expected. Although, honestly, Highland is such a weird map. Typo going to be using his Paladin OD along with Press F. Press F, no repair, being really ballsy doing this. Icy Red misses his shot. Rexo gets a nice shot onto him. Typo going in an awkward situation. Seems like he was trying to go up and then Rexo trying to call him back. OD box is dropping Merrick on the other side, pulling a flag, but does get taken out. This OD box does look like it's going to loading in the last second, which he does do. But wow. Okay. What a turn of events. I think Typo maybe had a bit of a miscommunication, or he saw just one shaft player, but I would never pull the flag up there if they're playing shaft, especially with icy red. He can be a bit tedious to play against. XL going to be using his Paladin OD on the left side here. Could be quite good. He'll up loading as well. Loading's going middle. Looks like they don't stick together for long. XL trying not to waste his OD. Loading going to be used middle. XL does take it. Failed. Nice OD from him. Hellhound obviously just used. And XL trying to drive back to his teammates. Does get taken out. Hellhound doing a good job taking out both those players. There's only loading and loading. Gonna go top on the right side, trying to deal some damage to the Eris, which he will do, make him die there, but press F does spawn. Both these teams kind of like bouncing back off of each other non-stop, doing a really good job, even though they had a rocky first 2 minutes, I would say. Ooh, and Glazer are going to be using his Eris OD for a Paladin OD. I'm not sure if that was wise. I would have used my Eris OD if I was trying to take another one. Your OD is pretty crucial. But, you know, whatever floats. Typo using on right side with press F. Rexer landing shots onto whoever leaves their base. Does land onto Merrick, killing him, and also landed the previous one onto loading, making him no repair, and eventually fall into the hands of Hellhound. Maybe this OD for the Paladin was the wise choice. Hellhound does use Typo no repair, his OD runs out there, and not enough push for Benditos as a team in order to get that capture. And it looks fairly even overall right now. I mean, listen, both these teams are trying to push him. Benditos have more to lose. Obviously, if they lose this round and the next one, it is game over. If they tie both these rounds, excuse me, it is game over. But if it's a loss here, then I believe that Non-Stop will be crowned our next top 8 winners. Who takes to that OD, and it is Merrick. Merrick's doing a fairly decent job just lurking on the top there, trying to land shots onto Icy Red and the other ones as well. But mainly focusing the Eris and the Crusader. And at times trying to focus the players which come outside of their spawn on respawn. Press F, trying to push up top right. I don't know, both these teams are trying to advance single-handedly. Merrick using their Viking OD, taking out 3 players. He has no repair, and with Excel, he is pulling top here, but Hellhound manages to take him out there, leaving the flag. Because it's in a better opportunity now for Benditos. And honestly, I don't know what's going to happen on this run. It's very unpredictable at this given moment. Icy Red, critical OD onto Glizzer, and also Hellhound. And then OD box is dropping. Merrick pushing middle, trying to not take damage whilst he does so, but lands 2 shots, 3 shots. Oh, Rexo OD, and Merrick dancing in middle to take that overdrive. Just swoops in there like Tokyo Drift. I see Red advancing into their base. They really just want to win this game at this point. Honestly, it's looking difficult though. And yeah, not sure. Anyways, with that being said, let's see what can happen in these last 30 seconds. Paladin OD being using. Glaze are going to be using into their base failed. Activates. We're going to be seeing Merrick loading using OD, excuse me, but doesn't connect. It hits the wall. Classic. And wow, I don't know. It was a good long round. A bit of tallying there. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those maps where it's kind of a bit difficult for them to, in order for one team to win. To be honest, when you're pretty, it doesn't matter if you're level-headed or not. If you can defend, then you're pretty much in the clear for this map. Although, uh, let's see. If a tie is made here, that will be the end of the round. He used Chloro D. Possibly. It does look very, like, very much like Claw. But don't tell him I said that. Anyways, let's see. We will take our D-box. Keep getting kicked out of this battle. Not sure if someone's taken it already. Yeah, looks like Merrick was able to take it. Anyways, players will be selfing pretty soon. I think, was the tech pause called? Is that tech pause? I don't know. I joined the map late. I'm not sure what's happening here until we know there's tech pause. Presume there is. I can also. I guess not. My bad. I wasn't in the map. But anyways, players are selfing here. Oh, Merrick uses and takes. Really lucky there, kind of. And this is looking good already for them. They have an OD for defo attack. Hellhound pushing top right onto loading, making him no repair, having to take that repair box. But he does have Marek to back him up, but Rexer lands a nice shot onto Marek, making him no repair. Yeah, in this game, looking pretty even right now, and not too bad for non-stop. Anyways, let's see. A lot of damage being taken here from non-stop. It's not looking too great for Benditos. Regardless of the fact an overdrive box is dropping more Merrick use, or they're trying to save for loading, but no, Paladin does take it. I think loading should be getting his OD fairly soon, be able to kill a few more people, excuse me. He'll be boosting that up fairly quicker. Hyper no repair on the left side, dealing damage onto Excel, gonna remain there as well. And it's a bit slow here right now. Players are getting their ODs, Loading's got his, Merrick's got his, Zedda's fell and Excel, but let's see how far they can really utilize them. Merrick's pushing in left side. Is able to take that repair box, does take a shot though and remain the same health as before from Rexo. Ooh, OD from Icy Red, hitting 4 players there, I believe. Honestly, both teams doing extremely well. No D coming in from loading. This is going to be a pull here. Hellhound with an overdrive. Got to watch out. He does and use. Merrick uses his Viking on Hellhound. Rexo's there with Crusader. Typo gets a really nice resp. And just a miscommunication. If Hellhound wasn't there, that would have been a guaranteed pull. Rexo going to be using onto someone, but he died. I think it was onto Icy Red or onto Fail. Onto Fail, excuse me. Typo using Paladin, going on Witness from loading. Does manage to go up. He's going up against Icy Red, who now Typo is only 1 HP and doesn't drop due to where it failed taking him out. And Hellhound and Failed having a bit of a brawl here on the right side. Failed does damage himself, making himself 2 self. Amount of times I just said that. And honestly, we're gonna have to wait a couple more minutes until these players have their overdrives again to really shock us with a flag capture. But if not, for non-stop, this will be a win, I believe. I'm sure. I lost count of the score. That being said, I do think Benditos have a good attempt here. They got Hellhound and Press F pushing the right side with their overdrives. And OD box is dropping here. And loading definitely won't be able to take this one unless he has a repair, but no one's focusing him. It's 1 HP Merrick going to be using. Loading uses middle, Merrick's pulling top. Hellhound wastes his OD on an OD and a player, but Merrick's still 1 HP pulling the flag. It does get taken out by Ingloser, and loading going to just be blocking that area, really making it hard for the other players, but it's going to be a return from Hellhound. I believe we will be seeing another map after this. Sorry. They need to win this. Excuse me. Non-stop have to win this. So let's see if they're capable of it. looks like Press F still with his Viking OD here. Might be able to do something. Obviously, Hellhound used his overdrive not too long ago. But it is going to be tricky. Overdrive box is dropping. Will Loading be able to take it once again? Does get a shot there from Rexo, still diving down, head nose first, and takes the OD box. Nice OD from Loading, gonna be helping out Excel and Marek. No counter ODs there. And Press F used, but I wasn't too sure where. They've got to watch out for Hellhound once again. Will he be an MVP? Will someone else be able to pick up the flag? And it is Excel. Typo shooting the wrong person. Excel still pulling the flag here. He does have Merrick behind him. Shaft is focusing there onto Inglesa, who didn't use a DA, instead he used DP. Loading able to kill these players with fail. Pulling the flag here. He does have his OD, and this will be the first capture of the round. Inglesa using his speed before anything in front of a player, which is a bit embarrassing. Remember to use your DA, guys. And DP only if you know you can. 2 minutes left though still, so tables can be turned, that's for sure. But just depends how ready not Deviant, sorry. How ready Benditos are to get their head back in the game. Ooh, Inglesa wasting it. RSOD behind Hellhound. Is the flag being pulled? Typo returning that flag. Really unnecessary from him. Probably better to keep it up there. Typo going to be using on Hellhound. Really help him out. But I see red scoping onto that Paladin, and also Hellhound getting taken out by fail. Ooh, like an ID here from Eric. Hellhound still on right side with his Hunter ID. He's going to be going for that flag. He sees that icy red is turning his head back on him, and he is going to be using really early there on icy red. But at this point there's nothing to lose. The team is pulling. They do get a return, but there's only a couple seconds left, and with that being said, it looks that Non-Stop are your new top 8 winners. I was not expecting this to be the game it was. I was really hoping that Benditos could put a bit more up of a fight. There was a bit of a skill gap within their team. But regardless, I think we've watched an interesting match, and Champion stage will be starting on the 15th, so we'll be back streaming then. But until then, go get yourself all sorted and whatnot. If you haven't invested in the Tanky Fund, there's some sick paints in there, some nice augments if we do manage to reach those levels. So go ahead and purchase that if you can. With that being said, thank you Bot for being our operator, and thank you Jack, you're welcome, for commentating. I'll see you guys later. Peace.